Hello, radiant souls. It is really wonderful and an honor to connect in with you. I so appreciate your presence on the soul path. If you're new here, welcome. And this is Soul Insights in Tarot. If you have been traveling with me for a while on the soul path, welcome back. It's always great to connect with you. For this reading, we're going to be tuning in through the Akashic to connect into the timing changes that are happening for you. There is a time shift, a time code shift within your soul and your soul blueprint, which means your soul path. This is creating a soul shift for more soul alignment, and to accommodate this, there will be timeline shifting and timeline collapsing. Something new is coming for you and through you on your soul path at this time. It's a really, really amazing, creative time of a lot of transformation. In light of this, I'm really happy and honored to announce a collaboration again with Aura Rose from Soul Guidance with Aura. And we're going to be doing a series. We're starting with this first reading, where we will be sharing insights and energetic shifts, understanding, and a bit of an update into what is going on within your personal soul path, as well as the collective soul group energies. So we will be doing pick-a-cards together around timelines and soul alignment to support you on your path at this time. We welcome any insights, understanding, any comments that you would like to share about these readings, or any insights that you have on your soul path at this time are more than welcome. For this reading, I will be doing the first portion of the reading, which I'll be looking at what you're healing, how it's affecting your timeline, which timelines are collapsing or timeline is collapsing and being subsumed into the new emerging timeline, which is going to become your main timeline at this time. So I'll be looking also what you're healing and clearing in your current timeline, and Aura will be looking at what you are anchoring and where it is taking you. So it's going to be a wonderful connection. We're so excited to do this with you and for you. We so appreciate your energy and your connection and all that you're doing and sharing in the world, and your frequency, how you're emitting, transmitting more and more of your soul signature frequency. Remember, you're broadcasting a signal. And so it is also your oversouls that we're connecting with to get the messages for you, as many of you are doing for others as well. So in light of that, I just want to really reiterate, I do appreciate the connection, and I see so much of your gifts and what you're doing in the world. And know, if you're drawn to these readings, that it is happening for you now. You are drawing in your own confirmation, your own understanding, through your own readings, through your own insight, your own understanding, the messages you're receiving, whether through these readings or other demonstrations of the inner guidance that you're giving yourself. So with that, let's get a closer look at the cards for the first soul story. I read in Soul Stories, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Now, these were picked to align with the solar energy that is coming in. There's a very dynamic, you might say, Martian or Mars energy, a lot of Plutonian energy coming through on the planet right now, Chironic energy being grounded through Saturn for building. So see which cards or crystals that you are drawn to, trusting your own intuition at this time. And then you've got the agate here, kind of a brown and orange agate. And the message on here is happiness. I don't know if you can see that. Soul story number 2 is the Sun card. And for some of you, there may be more than one soul story that connects to you as your story is shifting. The chapters are perhaps the whole story, or maybe you're rewriting the book, and you've got joy. And this is kind of a blue agate. And then we have a periwinkle agate, and you've got the King of Wands here. And the message you have is power. All right, soul story number 1, number 2, number 3. You can pause and get a closer look at the cards if you'd like to. I always suggest too, now this is just me, but in the readings with the particular layout that I do as the messages are coming through. Now I've already channeled ahead of time. I do a meditation right before I do this, so there will be channeled information that comes through for each particular soul group. But you may also want to screen grab or screenshot the layout or whatever cards are resonating to you or speaking to you or particular messages to use to help support you on your path at this time and what you are creating and manifesting, what you're drawing in and what your focus is as well. That can be kind of supportive. You can also overlay other cards if you're drawn to that over the layout that I am doing as well. So I'm going to tune in again and do an alignment and attunement meditation. This is a soul alignment and a soul signature frequency attunement meditation and inner plane process. If you'd like to join me for that, that'll be coming up next. Otherwise, each soul story is in the description. You can connect there, and the timestamps are there. The cards that I'm using as well are there. The Dex cards are there, as well as ways to connect with me further. All right, wishing you so much love and light. Let's connect in and get to the meditation and inner plane journey process, and then the individual soul stories. Radiant soul, take this time for yourself to tune in. You begin to align to the higher vibrational frequency of your soul, attuning to the soul signature frequency through your heart, the seat of the soul, aligning to your soul, connecting into your soul blueprint, the divine matrix of you. This solar energy, sun energy, is a source of physical consciousness, the self. It serves to externalize and activate the little self into the higher self, to connect in with the soul. In this soul alignment, you are externalizing the soul into your life expression and manifestations. What is now being revealed is the energy of the soul, the temperament, the characteristics of your present incarnation. Begin with an awareness of your breath. Focus on your in-breath and out-breath and center inside. And begin to let the in-breath be a little longer than the out-breath. Release, relax, let go. In your own pace and pattern, you begin to tune into your own divine timing, your own rhythm and flow. In your own timing, breathe in a little deeper, pause at the top of the breath, go deeper inside. And in your own timing, with your out-breath, let your out-breath be a little longer than your in-breath inside. Bring your inner gaze and focus into that space in between your in-breath and out-breath and center within. Aligning through the core signature frequency of your soul, you connect into your higher self. That place of inner guidance for planetary experience at this time. Release your breath and follow your breath with your own mind's eye, your inner focus. Center inside. In your own pace, the next breath in, breathe in above the crown chakra, connecting in through the extension and expansion of your higher self, aligning to the soul star chakra. Take a breath, anchoring inside. Releasing your breath, and as you do, draw the breath down through the center of your body, down through the chakras at the soles of your feet, connecting to the earth star chakra, rooted and expanding through the etheric field. Connecting in through the etheric field of the earth. Feel yourself extending and expanding through the resonant fields of light, awareness, and consciousness. Breathe in, extending up past the ninth chakra, extending into universal consciousness, connecting into the resonant field of experience and expression through the infinite innate intelligence of the universe. You'll begin to see a portal of light, and in that portal of light, go a little deeper inside. As you go a little deeper inside, you'll extend and expand through the portal, which becomes a doorway. You begin to connect into infinite source energies, reinforcing your connection to infinite source energies. You begin to reinforce your way, your soul way. So now you begin to move beyond the soul into infinite, innate, creative intelligence, the intelligence of the universes, going through that portal of light, opening through the doorway of light. As you go through that doorway, you'll see an opening there. Through that opening is the void, the potential, possibility, the becoming before it becomes. Connect in there in the center. Remember your becoming. Connect into the energy of your becoming before you came here. Into the center you receive the memory, insight, and understanding that best serves you on your path at this time, through the shifts, the changes, the expansion for more soul alignment, soul expression, and experience at this time. With what you need to know, bring your awareness back through the matrix of the soul, connecting into your soul design, attuning and resonating more to your soul signature frequency. As you release the breath, feel your awareness come through your higher self. Begin to feel your body-mind as the vessel and vehicle of the soul. Your body-mind is an instrument for the soul. Bring your awareness into that space now in between your in-breath and out-breath, feeling centered inside. Take a deeper breath in and feel your soul alignment, attunement through the heart to the soul signature frequency of you. As you breathe out, feel this love, light, wisdom radiating out into the world, into the earth, and into the universes. As you breathe in, feel yourself receiving this love, light, wisdom, and infinite abundance of the world, earth, and universes within. Opening up to the externalization of the soul into your planetary experience here. Opening up to the fullness of love, light, wisdom, and abundance. Hello, Radiant Soul. Wonderful to connect with you for your reading. I'm very excited for this because I do feel you are undergoing quite a bit of change, transformation. I feel like you've been in this major inner transformation is what I'm being shown. You're clearing a lot. So there has been a lot of healing, perhaps even emotional healing or the emotional body. Something you're letting go of to move forward. And I feel like a lot of you already feel it. You either are seeing it in your life or you're feeling that something has changed. I heard the winds have changed, and the winds, that's affecting the winds of time. So literally you can feel the change. It's like when the seasons change, we start feeling it before. Before it's spring, we feel that energy. Before it's fall. Now, this is a timeless reading. I am doing this the end of summer, but fall is coming. I can already feel it starting to shift or change in the air. So the changes you are having are starting to come up. You're going to feel them more. If you haven't been feeling them or you've been feeling stuck, the message is that you're going to start feeling something's new is coming, something's going to happen, or I'm going to connect with that person or meet that person, or this is clearing up. I'm getting that clarity. There's a lot of clearing up here, clearing up the channel, opening the channel, clearing up the energy vibrationally in the Akashic, but opening up the channel to receive more. Now, what's interesting is I'm saying that, look at what you have in the card, Ten of Pentacles, opening to the channel to receive. You are opening up to receive more abundance. Now, this is going to come in many different ways, but it is an increase of what is most life-enhancing and supportive of you. Now, this also does bring financial increase or an increase in feeling better about yourself, better about your circumstances. Some of you, this could be body awareness, mental, emotional health, physical health. But it's also establishing yourself more somehow in the world. You are being lifted up. You are being lifted up by the universe, by God consciousness. I'm literally feeling the hand of God. It's like that saying in that meme where someone is praying for support, and they're in their head, they're in their mind kind of worrying, or when is this going to happen? And then you see these footprints. You don't see the person, but you see the footprints, and that's to like mean God is with you. So whatever your term is for this, God, the universe, the all that is, source, your guides, you're going to be very guided right now, and I'm even seeing a path here. There could be two directions, or you're centered in your path and there's something that you're balancing in your life. I definitely hear on the Akashic that you are healing two parts of your life, two very important parts of your life, two parts of your life that bring a lot of balance or wholeness as they're shifting or changing. So there could have been some instability here, whether with support or finance or health, or uncertainty, some way you were not feeling as stable or certain in your life. But now there's this certainty that's starting to come out. So there's healing definitely on the earth plane, or how you've managed. Now I'm going to use that as what we'll call the guide card, so you can connect in with that. Now you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Saturn, well, it's very interesting because Pluto just went back into Capricorn. We have Saturn and Pisces. So there's been some restriction perhaps in your dreams, your goals, or your desires. Something has been restricted, but that's beginning to leave. There's beginning to be some kind of shift that's opening up, and also bringing some gifts to you. One of the gifts to you is generating your own happiness and abundance, and really building a world and a life that brings a lot of happiness. So I feel like these gifts to you, there's some new gifts that are coming in that are part of what you're creating, that you're wanting to use to build something new. This is very much a building cycle for you that's coming in, and releasing what doesn't fit. And I'm almost getting the magic, the mystery of life, and also the magic and the mystery of you. You might feel like there's a lot of uncertainty around you, or like you're free falling in life. Like, where am I going? Or is it possible to do what I really want to do, or create what I really want to create? You are opening up to more possibilities. This is definitely create castles in the air, now build foundation under them. Or I'm hearing build it and they will come, create it and they will come. So this is about generating wealth, your inner wealth being seen externally, inner and outer wealth. This is making what you know part of your wealth somehow, or manifesting it, making it material, making it more a reality for you. And you've probably had to wait a while, or you've been working a lot, working on process, working on yourself. It's really about connecting also into the magic of you, the mystery of life unfolding through you, the mystery of the all that is, and aligning to this energy. That's what aligns you to the frequency of magic. I'm really getting a lot with you with magic, like being a magician, or magically created something, or there's this magic, this stardust, which are your gifts. It's like you are learning that you are more. That I want to also say your specialness or uniqueness. Now, if you are wanting to create something or make money, or you're focused on a project, or you want to make your gifts more tangible, more beneficial, creating or manifesting a new reality, you're going to be able to do that. That's part of this shift. And so in many ways, what's collapsing is a timeline of limitation. Now, this could be lack consciousness. This could be where you came from. For some of you, this is what you studied, or you trained in something and then it didn't do as well as you thought it would or wanted it to. Or you've had to put in a lot of effort, a lot of time and effort into something, and you haven't quite seen the payoff yet, or the payout yet. I'm also getting payout. So this could also be something that has to do financially with you, right? This could also do with some kind of financial abundance. Oh, and you have the Magician here. So what are you creating? You're building something new that's based on a new understanding of yourself and a new reality. A lot of you, this has to do with some gifts, something that you have come in with this lifetime, or you've learned, or you've studied. Your life is going to be recharged. You're moving. I'm really almost getting like a phoenix, like a renewal, recovery phase for you in your life at this time. So a lot of the healing has been recovering your gifts, recovering a different viewpoint or point of view about yourself or your life, recovering from setback. That's another thing that I'm hearing. There could have been quite a bit of setback, but now you have what you need, or you're going to be attracting that in this new timeline. You'll be attracting, in part 2, Aura will be getting to that. Attracting. What are you attracting in your life at this time? For one thing, more abundance, more support. What you're clearing in your timeline is that the ability to build, to create, and to have something manifested. So this could be a lot of start, stop, or a lot of things that didn't quite take off or quite happen. But all of that is collapsing into a new timeline, which means things are going to move much more quickly, or you're going to see more results. You're going to see what you want more into manifested form. This is a lot about manifesting, creating, bringing something into form, creating something. Now, for some of you, this could be a commune, communal living, could be living with others. It could also be community. It could be family, friends like family. There's something that you're wanting to create, or create an institute or institution around. Oh, you've got, look at this, you've got Magician twice. Okay, and you've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so that anxiety, you're transmuting this energy of can this happen? Will this happen? So I feel like a lot of this energy that may have held you back on the previous timeline, a lot of anxiety. Now, some of you, this could be familial or generational, or it could have been cultural, how you were raised. There could have been a lot more anxiety and or fear, but you're clearing that up. You're using that energy. You're transmuting it. You're transmuting any fear or any anxiety or uncertainty through creativity. Now that's very clear because you have the Magician here twice. I didn't realize that. So clearly this is about stepping into a new way of being for you that frees you up. Some of you may feel like going within a lot, or you may be getting a lot of your ideas through meditation or contemplation or journaling or automatic writing or spending time on your own going within. There is a lot of focus on yourself, your path at this time. So if you've had to hold yourself back, or you couldn't move forward on a certain project or even a path, a way of living or life through perhaps obligations, some of you, this is in a way I feel like the timing, you had to hold yourself back. It wasn't yet the time, is what I'm getting. You're moving more into this timing where things are going to be really flowering and opening up for you. And it's because of this transmutation of energy that's been happening deep within you, energetically, subconsciously. Now, this transmutation of energy is going to be used by you to create, to manifest. You're perhaps putting a new dream into place, a new vision. You're bringing more stability into your life. So this is about planning. For a lot of you, you're in a planning phase. You're looking at what would bring me more happiness, what brings more fulfillment. What do I really want to do? What do I really want to create? Some of you are joining with others, another person, maybe a relationship, a particular relationship, or collaborating. But this really is about tapping into your gifts. And whether this is gifts from long ago, other dimensions, past lives, whether you're bringing in your starseed gifts, or ahas, this is genius thinking. This is great ideas coming through. But you're moving into a time where things are going to line up more for you. I'm getting in sync, follow through. This is about planning and following through on what you're creating and what you're building. So I definitely feel for this soul story that what the shift for you is that you are building and creating something. And then you've got don't dim your light to fit in. So that's been a real message, is connecting into your own individuality. And I feel like you can see that in the cards and the energy of the cards, is that you're really starting to connect into your soul gifts. So in many ways, the timeline shift for you is putting you off of a particular strand, a line, a laser light, as I read it in the timeline, of something about family or family dynamics or cultural, or it could be where you were raised or what was around you or your school, some kind of imprint. Now, this imprinting was imprinted over your soul blueprint. So now you're starting to get more to your soul blueprint, right? And because of that, you're allowing yourself to shine more, to blossom, to flower, to expand, to open up to more of life. So this old timeline that's starting to collapse, it's actually atrophying. A lot of you are probably feeling like, I'm not as identified with that in the past, or I'm not as identified of what I did or where I came from, or what I used to do, or the role I used to have, or the title. This is about releasing outmoded identifications and really moving into the space of identifying less in a way that constricts you. It's really about opening up. You're really opening up. And that's part of your gift right now, is the ability to open up. You can see this opening up. This is about receiving the impulse, the energy, being, following where you're nudged, where the urge is leading you, the spiritual urge. So in your present timeline, you're clearing up so that you can really focus and that you have the ability to follow through and to build with happiness, not only what brings you happiness, but building, creating from the vibration of happiness. Like, I want this, I deserve this, I want to create this. So a lot of you are creating, I just heard an empire. You're creating something pretty big. You have a very big vision. And a lot of you have a deep understanding of something. I just heard more personal. This is a very personal focus for you. Now, you are going to begin to feel maybe a little bit like you're in some kind of track. I just heard go home. You're going to go home. You're going to feel more at home. Some of you, you're going back to something or going home. Or is this your home, home planet? There could be a resonance with that. You want to feel at home. You're definitely going to feel more at home in the world. I feel like you are at home anywhere, truly. The universe is your home. But there is something very much about healing a particular dynamic within the previous or current timeline that's beginning to dissolve, atrophy. And what is happening is this timeline is having less and less and less charge. So you're going to find yourself feeling less anxious about the changes you're making, less anxious about the outcome. You're going to be feeling more and more in this creative causal energy, like you're the causal point, you're the cause. You're going to be focusing less and less on the effects of the situation. So in other words, you're not going to worry as much about or over concern yourself about the result, the payout, the payoff, because that's what's also creating quite a bit of anxiety. You're going to focus more on what you want to create, what you want to share. So the cause, moving the causal point, like I'm creating this, I'm transmuting this, I'm transforming this, whatever that is for you in your life. And then you're going to see the building. So definitely I'm getting with this soul story that you are in a building phase. You could be rebuilding something up or making a foundation stronger, but you're definitely also in a building, but then contemplating, looking how far you've come, what you've done, where you perceive you're at now, and putting some kind of plan. You're going to be surveying, but it's in a lighter way, and it's a way that you feel that you have more causal control, right? That you're like, if I'm going to paint a picture, or painting or draw something, well, I have the tools. I have the paintbrush, I have the paint, or I have my sketch pad or my watercolor paper. I'm cause at that point. What am I creating? So one of the things you've been learning on this particular timeline is how to move more into the causal point of creation, which is bringing this awareness of not dimming your light to fit in. In other words, you can understand, I am cause, I'm creating something different in my life or something more unique in my life. And in a way, this is like taking a chance, moving forward, leaping forward, moving forward with what it is that you're wanting to create. And for some of you, it's actually being guided also. That you're following that inner guidance because you've built a foundation. You have built a foundation that will support your creations. So this is definitely about, again, the manifestation of something, the creation of something that you're creating from this higher vibrational aspect of you. Because the old timeline, the old way, you still, yes, there is work, there's focused work, but you're seeing it differently. It's making more sense now. Like, yes, I'm building this. I need to create this. Yeah, look at this. Higher heart. This wanted to come out twice. Dropping shields, divine love. Your heart is healed. There's the portal, the newness. But you can see here, there is triangle of light. You're being guided. That's the navigation. So you're more open. This is the receptivity. You're more open to the universe, to the guidance. And you're creating from the high heart chakra. Now, this is showing heart is healed. So it could be not feeling like you fit in, feeling like odd man out, odd person out, not fully seen for who you are, not yet seeing yourself for who you really are, what you're really about, your own gifts. and you're opening up to those gifts. So really the heart opening and heart activation is really with you. You're opening up to your own heart and your own gifts at this point in your life. You're really starting to understand your gifts and what you're here to do, whether it's how you're expressing and experiencing your soul's purpose or your soul's mission. There is a really opening up, and I feel like this opening up is this amazing self-love and self-acceptance, right? Don't dim your light. And your creations are coming from this love, this frequency of love. Love is the binding force, so you're creating from this love, this abundance. So, of course, as we open up to more self-love and more self-acceptance within ourselves, that ties us into, or connects us into, like a lovely bow, into abundance. So being more open to yourself, more self-loving, self-caring, having the self-acceptance, embracing yourself and your gifts, embracing how long it's taken for something, is opening you up to the abundance, to more, and you have pleasure. Yeah, so you're really getting the message. To be happy about what you're creating and about where you're going. To some degree, be gentle. And again, there's this portal, this gateway. This is a gateway or a portal to a new life, a new approach, where there's so much more happiness, pleasure, enjoying yourself, enjoying creating, enjoying building back up, enjoying coming together with others, gathering with others. The pleasure is about the heart activation. Doing more of what fulfills you, or doing whatever you need to do in a more fulfilling way. Even if this is obligations or what you perceive as an obligation or responsibility, you're going to be able to lighten up and feel the love in it and feel the happiness. Spirit is saying you were meant to be happy. You're meant to experience more happiness. You can see this creative energy coming in, the second, third chakra, the fourth chakra being, and the first, second, third, fourth chakra being open. So you're really opening to using your gifts more. You're opening to your gifts in a way perhaps that you haven't before. Some of you are reopening. You're like, okay, I'm ready to do it again. I'm ready to try now. I'm really going to do it. I'm going to go for it. I'm free falling. I'm taking that chance now. I'm moving forward. So it is, again, this movement, moving forward, moving upward, opening up to your gifts, opening up to your abilities. Everybody go shine like the star that you are. Absolutely. So this is, again, what's the plan? Getting out there more in the world, sharing your gifts more broadly, no matter what it is that you're doing in your life. This is responsibility because you're creating more, you're doing more, loving more of what you do, doing more of what you love. You're finding that meaning in the simple things and the small things. You're opening up. Some of you had a fear of being seen or were uncomfortable being seen as you are. That's also shifting. That's a big change, where you want to be seen, you want to be known for what you do, whether it's your opinion on something, your feelings, your ideas, your beliefs. Some of you, it's broadcasting on the socials and social media or online or by your presence. I literally even feel your presence getting big, the light, your aura, really expanding, extending out. So again, more comfortable to share your gifts. And this is also, as you expand, as you are led more by your higher self, you're expanding in such a way that you're bringing in a monetary abundance. You're bringing in a level of prosperity into what you do. So this is a very auspicious time for you. There's a lot of work, there's a lot of creating, there's a lot of building, but it also brings a lot of opening, and where you're seen more and you're seen more clearly for what you do and what you're about in your life. Very powerful opening. And you're being helped, you're being uplifted. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's almost like a miracle. It's like you're being uplifted. You're lifting out of the old, out of what's outmoded or outdated. You're being lifted up. See where this lifting up is occurring for you. in your life at this time. Some of you, it's definitely energetically. It's definitely in your vitality, your life force energy, perhaps feeling better and better in your body. Some of you, it's definitely in your circumstances. I'm also hearing the message to look for, it's unlooked for success, unlooked for potential. So some of this success or this potential is going to happen, a potential moving into opportunity. And some of this area is going to come from left field. It's going to come from out of the blue. Look at that Page of Wands. Yeah, there it is, the message. So this literally, this transmutation of energy is putting you in a position for more vitality, more openings, more opportunities. For looking energetic centers, the chakras, the wheels of light, the energetic centers, your own personal ley lines, we're looking again at first, second, third chakra, especially. For some of you, a little bit heart chakra, there's a heart chakra opening. That I feel like it's the high heart. This is activating the universal heart. This is activating feeling better on the earth plane, feeling better about yourself, feeling better about others, and just feeling better, like a cosmic love, a divine love, a love of creation. But this is also starting to attract more abundance to you. And just as I said, abundance, you've got the devil. So this is a lot about manifesting on the physical plane, on the earth plane. So you're really letting go, again, of labor, of feeling uncertain, ungrounded, not feeling like you have the potential or the whatever you need. Perhaps even some kind of limitation or moving past a limiting situation. So you are moving from the old to the new, right? This is literally from one phase or one timeline to another. So this healing is bringing an integration from the old and the new, right? You're moving into this new timeline. It's atrophying, it's dissolving, it's dissipating, it's collapsing, so that you have a main timeline from which your gifts can funnel through. So this is really about creating a funnel of light, a funnel of abundance on the earth plane. So Capricorn energy, you're working again with, and you have, let's look at this, Saturn here. So there is something about limitation or constriction, restriction. You're moving out of constriction, but you might perceive a limitation as constriction, but your limitation is your boundary. It's from which to build from, which to grow from. So you're going to see, okay, I have this foundation from which to dream of, from to create of, to your launching pad. It might seem like you're taking a risk, but it's a risk that is calculated. It's a risk that isn't involving upsetting everything in your life. So in many ways, and also with the magician here and here, you're learning how to manifest differently on the earth plane. That's a big healing for you. It's opening up a lot of doors, more opportunity, and again, more abundance. This abundance is coming from this shift energetically. It's going to bring you a lot more openings and opportunities in your life as well. Five of Wands. Yeah, see, the ability to persevere, to keep moving on. The moon, trusting that intuition, your inner knowing, the inner guidance, and there it is, the Ace of Swords. Love that for you. So this movement is going to bring new ideas as to how you do what you do, an approach to your life, a new decision, an idea that comes in. So you're literally moving out of struggle and strife into more of persistence or persistent effort or perseverance, with more lining up on a soul level, which moves you more into synchronistic timing. So this is more about alignment. So as you're more aligned, more falls into place for you, okay? And so this changes not only the vision of your life to some degree, but how you manifest this vision, how you create this vision, how you live out this vision. All right, now we're going to look at rune cards to get an overall message, the Astro Dice, and then we will close for this reading. Please, for part 2, connect with Soul Guidance with Aura. The link is in the description box where the timestamps are, as well as in the title. But she is going to be focusing on the timeline collapse and where you're heading, what is anchoring, what is now being anchored, because clearly something's lifting off. You're moving away from some limitation or constriction to move into more expansion. So there's new energy that's going to come in and anchor the new foundation for you. And look at this. I love this. Freedom, joy. This is joy, harmony, happiness. This is about living a fuller life and happier and happier. I'm going to take I'm not going to take all of these cards because I only wanted 3. Yeah, the unknowable. You're in the space of the unknowable. But as you're guided, right here, look at this. As you're guided, it's landing. So this is about being guided. You may not exactly know where you're going, exactly how you're getting there, or every little detail, but you are being guided in this next level of your path, this next level of unfolding, your soul unfolding for more soul experience and expression. And so what's happening in this part of the soul alignment for you, you're being much more guided by the soul. And look at why this moves forward. So some of you, this could be more movement and travel in your life. That's whatever you're creating could be much more national or international, or working online or reaching more people. But somehow you are moving forward with joy, much more ease. This is bringing in more happiness in your life. So to some degree, this being lifted out or lifted up into this new timeline as it's collapsing, as it's atrophying, you have less charge. The new timeline is being activated, which is moving you forward in your life, moving you past any obstacle or struggle or strife. Yes, there's persistence or perseverance. That's part of the creativity, the creative plan. That's part of manifesting and creating. But you're doing it in a different way. You're learning a different way. You've healed so much of the past and you're moving on. This is moving from the past into the future you're creating. The present is your anchoring aspect or anchoring part of you. Let's get a message. How to align to this frequency and this timeline, the new timeline coming in, a way to align to what is unfolding on the soul alignment. Love this. Okay, 3rd house, communication, Uranus. Think differently, the aha, the insight, the flash of insight. There's something opening. So you've got Uranus in Leo. Yes, shine. Don't dim your light. Open up, trust, follow through, take a chance, express in a new way. You're going to have a new way. And 5th house, look at that, creativity, expression, new projects, new ideas, a new way of extending out into the world, expanding, sharing your gifts, sharing your insights, sharing yourself. However this is, whether this is through projects or career or a job or just how you show up in the world, that Uranus is a glow up. It's your light is getting brighter. You're lighting your own way by this universal light that's coming through you. And 5th house, more leisure, more pleasure, more creativity, creative projects, more freedom to have more fun and more happiness. Not only you're generating your own happiness, but you're experiencing more happiness and attracting or drawing in more happiness. Your Soul Insights mantra for this part of your reading is, as I align more and more to my soul, I experience and express more happiness and abundance in my life. Yes. I almost want to feel like this lightness right here, this lightening up, or the light is bringing the happiness. This lightening up is bringing the happiness for you. You're really connecting, and expect new people on your path too. This is really an opening. There's a lot that's opening up for you at this time, but it's because you have this foundation, or you're creating this foundation. Let's put this there so you can really connect into that message of happiness. Movement, mobility, things begin to move for you at this time. All right, Soul Light, ways to connect with me are in the description box, as well as maybe you're already coming from Aura's channel and community. If so, welcome. It's great to have you here for me to share my gifts with you. Please check out part 2 is over at Soul Guidance with Aura. Aura Rose, connecting with her, and her channel name is in the description box as well as in the title. Lots of love, light, and soul expression to you. Hello, Radiant Soul. Wonderful to connect with you on the soul path. If you happen to be new to this channel and community, welcome. And those of you that have been here for a while, welcome back. So make sure after this soul story, after this message, that you, from the Oversouls, that you connect in with soul guidance with Aura, Aura Rose, and she will have the second part of your reading. So obviously one of the things you're tapping into is joy, and this is a soul shift. I feel part of the soul shift for you is moving into more creativity, creative expression and expansion, more ways of creating or using yourself creatively on your path. You're definitely moving more into a soul path, and a lot is going to be opening up for you. Now, this could be energy, vitality, definitely creativity, creative projects, and it's bringing people on your path that have something also to share. For some of you, this could be support, this could be collaboration, collaborative partnerships. There's a lot that's opening and lightening up for you. I am sensing that 2 timelines are collapsing into one, or there could be 2 different directions. There could be decisions coming up, and you're being prepared by your soul through your higher self for these new directions or this choice that's coming up. I'm getting choice point. Some of you, this has to do with a person, a particular person on your path that is very significant, that is coming in for you, or someone that you've recently met and connected with that's becoming more important or more significant for you. So actually relationships are highlighted for you on this timeline. Now, the soul shift is what's creating the timeline. So there's less connection to wounding and the ego. So one thing that happens when timelines collapse or we're timeline jumping is we lose resonance. There's less and less resonance, or even nostalgia or sentimentality, or an over-focused on past situations, past circumstances, past relationships. It's not that we can't connect in and remember things fondly, but we're not over focused, like we missed out on something. So there's something you're moving away from, maybe the idea of having missed out on something. This is also the path of partnership. This could be partnership with the divine, partnership with your higher self in creating. You're recognizing and realizing that you are the instrument of the soul, that what you do, what you create here is a representation of your soul and ultimately of spirit, of God consciousness, of the all that is. So there is a higher purpose coming in, and this higher purpose for some of you, many of you, has to do with some level of creation or creativity. I'm getting with this timeline collapse that there's a lot more opening up. You're bridging not only from one world to the next, but you're embracing more of this next world. It's bringing much more fulfillment and abundance. Some level of increase and some level of passion. The passion is returning. Now, this could be for a project. This could be for a particular relationship. This could be for an approach or way of living or your life, that this passion comes up, and this passion is bringing a lot of joy. Now, for some of you, this joy and passion is coming from the mental realm, reigniting your dream, your goal, your vision of your life, of your future, or a particular project. Or even for some of you, a type of relationship that you're wanting to call in and live out to some degree. I'm getting the cauldron of hope. This is peace and calm. This is coming from being guided, and being guided by a higher vision and version of you. A vision and version of you that's coming from a more expanded consciousness or higher consciousness. And all comes in from that. Now, I'm kind of reminded of a figure 8 here, which is that connection to the higher self, right? It's the higher and lower self, the yoke, the union, right? That's what yoga is. So there is this coming together more and more of your higher self, where you're living more, expressing experience, and responding more from your higher self. And this is bringing in new visions, new ideas. For some of you, it's new inventions, new way of doing things. You're innovating something. You're innovating your own life. You're innovating through some project or some kind of focus. This is really about the joy of living, the joy of creativity, and the joy in the small things. It's the little things in life. This timeline shift, and therefore soul shift, it's shifting the denser or lower vibrational aspect of you, I would say the avatar aspect of you, into some bigger imaging, bigger vision, bigger purpose. And it's moving you in new directions. That's a message for you. You're getting moved in new directions. This is about a bigger purpose. This is about living this purpose, or living with purpose. Creating this soul expression, soul experience, expressing from this higher vibration that believes, yes, I can, I know I can. There's really this overcoming some kind of challenge, some kind of obstacle, and therefore rising from the top, letting go of what didn't work. You're processing a lot. Now, a lot of what's being processed is what didn't work, or what's completed, what's complete, perhaps outmoded. You're waiting for an update or an upgrade, or you're in the process of that. Now, again, we have 2 of crystals. This can also have to do with internal timing and a rhythm, meditation, but also 2 pathways. So there are 2 pathways, or there are 2 directions. And you be thinking, which one do I take? Which way do I go? The soul knows. It's encoded within your soul. So there is this leaving something behind or moving on, and this could be even on the mental realm, that a certain way that you perceived what happened to you in your life, or the circumstances of your life, or what you experienced in your life, somehow you've processed it, or you're processing it. And whether you're doing this overtly, consciously, or this is happening through your healing guides and subconsciously, or through the astral plane, maybe it's happening in the dream state. But you are processing to distill information that's going to help you in the choices that are coming up to you. You're giving voice to a new aspect of you, and this is causing some choice, some decision that's coming up. You're being prepared for this decision. You're being prepared for this choice. So whatever, not just betrayal, I'm not really feeling, but I feel disappointment, or things that didn't happen the way you wanted to, or there could have been things that were unexpectedly pulled from you. I kept feeling this pulling, or it didn't fully manifest, or didn't fully come through, and you put maybe a lot of time and energy and focus. But now I want to say something's coming back around again, and that's what I'm getting with this. Oh, they're just telling me to look at this. Yeah, you're in the law of return phase with that circle. Something's coming back around again. A different form, a different way, a different vibrational frequency, a frequency and wavelength that is more aligned to your soul, that's more soul connected for you, and more fulfilling and more joyful. So this is also moving through your day with more joy, because not only are you getting things done, but you're seeing and feeling this bigger purpose. And you've got inner temple, devotion. Yeah, tune into the portal of your heart. I think Soul Story number 1 got something about the heart. And again, there's two aspects at higher, lower self, little self, higher self, little self, the avatar. There's this mirroring. I'm getting like as above, as so below, as within, as without. You're really helping to make this inner state more seen and felt, but it's happening naturally. That's what you need to know on this is a natural shift for you. You don't really have to do anything. You are in the shift. Maybe this is why you're feeling more joy, or you're going to be feeling more joy. No matter what your circumstances, no matter where or how you feel you were held back, or any disappointment or emotional, trauma or pain, or a relationship didn't work out, or a certain career path didn't work out. It's coming back around in a slightly different way. And you're starting to feel this energy. I definitely am getting with this group here, if you're drawn to this, this group may be drawn to others, soul story number 1 or number 2, because I really feel like you're getting pulled in a new direction, and it's about following your joy, or as Joseph Campbell used to say, follow your bliss, right? There's this bliss, this joy. I can even hear someone saying, well, because I just feel like doing it. I like doing it. I just feel like doing it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. This is the time for you to try more, to just experiment and try more. Look at this. We're going to see what card's coming out for you. Okay, so you're moving from some kind of standstill to fulfillment. But this is also saying, while your world is greatly changing, while things are happening, maybe things are speeding up for you, maybe you want to do more, that you take time to contemplate, to stand still, to contemplate. Just look how far you've come. Check in with yourself at this time. This is all about joy and fulfillment. There's something that is really, I call soul juicy. There's something that is taking fruit, the fruits of your labor. The message I'm hearing, not all is lost. Whatever you had to give up or was taken away, and some of you, I feel this is with people also, not just situations or circumstances or jobs, but people, that it's being brought in now. Again, you're in this new opportunity, but this new opportunity has to do with the law of return. Something is returning back to you. It's coming back. It's coming back don't look for the form is the message I'm hearing. You may not recognize the form, but you'll recognize the feeling or the vibration. You may even be saying, oh, I didn't know I was going to do that, or I didn't know I was going to move there. I didn't know I would love doing this so much. But yes, it's kind of like with me doing YouTube readings. I didn't know I'd love this so much, but I do. I love connecting in. Let's see, what do we have here? Ooh, Venusian Galactic Council, star beings, guides, answer the call. Yes, this is the answer in the call. Radiant light, literally to shine your light, to share. If you want to be more public, this is about being even more authentically you and really shining, but it's also gathering with others. There's a lot about coming together. And also about seeing the results. You're going to start seeing the results more. Something's paying off. This, I just heard, increase financially, bonuses. This is the fruits of your labor paying off. Now, part of the fruits is the connections you're going to be making. It's that you feel yourself moving into the new energetically. You feel yourself energetically being guided, but it's more than being guided. It's not just mentally. You're really connecting into this kinesthetically within the body. This is a vibrational shift for you. This is not only affecting you on a frequency level or energetic level. It's coming in through vibration. You're feeling the vibes of where to go and what to do. And this is right under the Ace of Wands, which again has to do, it's Spirit's energy. It's about the energy in motion, that Ace of Wands, spiritual energy, vitality, prana, inspiration. So something is newly inspiring you. It's inspiring you in a new direction. Or you're recognizing that you recognize there's a decision coming. I'm going to take one more from this lovely, because it just wanted to pop out. Ooh, the initiation, where the sequence, yes, treasures uncovered. This initiation is about, do I stick to it? Do I follow? It's like the Pied Piper. Do I follow the feeling? Do I follow the joy? Do I follow my bliss? Do I move in that new direction that feels good, feels right? Do I trust what I feel? Do I trust the vibes? A lot of you, there's a lot of sacral chakra energy healing. Second and third chakra. Wow, very healing. Third chakra is how you feel about being here as an instrument of the soul, as the divine expression of the all that is of God, as you in this form, the form that you've taken in this incarnation. And so this vibration, it's an up-leveling in love, in abundance, in support, in what you attract. It's an up-leveling in the universal law of return, that what's coming back to you is even better than before. I just heard this example, and it's kind of takes it more very much into the 3D, but you know, sometimes you want to buy something or whatever it is. And it's like when you want to buy a piece of technology and you can't get it, or you're buying something else, or you need to put your money elsewhere, and then you wait a while, and then one that's even better comes out. That's what I'm getting with you. It, like, you know, that clothing or jeans, that now it fits even better. That's what's happening with you. It's a better fit. There's a better fit for your soul that's coming in. And that's how your soul is shifting, because the templates are the overlays of conditioning and wounding and lower dimensional earth experience, kind of stuck states, overlays are dissolving, being removed. There's something you're burning for, this burning desire. And Spirit's saying, you're going to follow through on that. Follow through on that desire. You're going to follow through. Yes, follow through. Take the path. It's almost like take the road less traveled. Take the path. You're in transition. Release attachments to what was and prepare for what is to come. That's the 5 of Cups. Whether you're doing this consciously, working on it, working through it, or you're doing this subconsciously or on the inner plane through the astral, because the astral has a lot to do with our dreams, goals, desires, and our manifestations, and what holds them vibrationally in place. So the astral plane corresponds to the emotional plane. It's the same. The energy in motion connects to our astral body, and that corresponds etherically to our emotions, right? Hormones. And hormones, if you feel down, you know, certain things, neurotransmitters, certain hormonal, when we get in balance. So to some degree, for a lot of you, this is also about balance, this new balance that's coming in. That is not a heady thing. This is not heady. You know, there might be some thinking of it, but you're really going to get your answers through meditation. Through meditation, contemplation, through dreams, you're going to get a lot more clarity. So part of what's coming up is you're releasing or flushing away all that no longer serves you. The attachments of the past. Not that they were necessarily bad or wrong, it's just not the time. You know, it's time to release. It's time to surrender to the process that you're in, to the movement. I don't know if you can hear that, my neighbor's little mini bike. Just as I'm saying movement and I'm seeing 6 of Swords, I'm seeing a passage through time. Some of this is beyond time and space. It's like the spirit realm is greatly affecting you. You're greatly affected by the energy of the astral and Akashic. So the soul, Akash, soul means Akash in Sanskrit. So that Akashic, or the soul level, is starting to come through more and more. So you clearly are in the soul shift, where you're shifting and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting to know myself. I'm going deeper within my path, my process. I'm getting to know myself. Really feeling it's an initiation. You are in a very sacred initiation. And the joy, the heart chakra, the joy is what gets you there, right? Feeling comfortable and confident in what you're about, who you are as a soul being, you know, a soul that's in this incarnation, this life, what you're experiencing, what you're expressing. All right, let's get a little bit of tarot here. And so there is this great opening with you. The initiation is your diligence, your focus, your follow through, even though you may not see what's ahead completely. You feel it. You feel Spirit's nudge, Spirit's guidance. So if you're drawn to this whole story, part of what's happening, you're in transition from one place to another, from one way of being. So you're already connecting. Look at this, 10 of Pentacles. You're already very abundant. You're connecting in King of Pentacles to this abundance through feeling. And then you're in transition. So it's going to be very interesting to see what part 2 is, what Aura is bringing in. And then we have the Hang one. But look at this. I am going to take this card because you get the Ace of Wands. And you have the Ace of Wands here. So if you feel stuck or stagnant, or you're having, you're not. A lot is moving deep within you. And it's like a river moving very deeply, and then all of a sudden you're going to see the water, you're going to see the fruits. But either incarnation-wise, through family, through guidance, you have a lot of abundance. You've come in with a lot of resources, or you're able to attract more resources to you. And if you haven't been, this next transition for you, you're going to. This next timeline is bringing you into abundance. This is, I did a video on the Universal Bank account, the Bank of the Universe. You have a lot coming to you, whether you want to say karmically, dharmically, owed to you. But I also feel in your your soul cash, that you're coming into a timeline. Again, the change that's happening puts you on a timeline of much more fulfillment, that you're really able not only to connect with your gifts, but this next level of prosperity and your gifts working for you. I just heard all my needs are met. All my needs are met. But the key for you is feeling right now, is really connecting into the feeling level of your intuition. Kinesthetic memory, body wisdom, instinctual awareness. How does your body feel? Does it feel tight and pulling back, or does it feel open, like a relief? And again, that's that second and third chakra. So not only are you getting a different point of view, but you need to check in periodically with yourself through something, meditation or some kind of interconnecting, to just align, realign, connect into your messages, to feel your messages. How is it? Okay, I'm taking in this in mentally, but how does this feel within my body? And again, Ace of Wands has a lot to do also with the body, has to do a lot with the energy of the body, the prana, the vitality, the life force energy. And you're giving, but you're starting to get. This is about receiving. This is actually, for this soul story, this is also about collecting in abundance. You could be collectors, you could collect something, or you're going to start collecting something. This is about accumulating and accruing. And that's why you have that 10 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So this is about, it's not just building, it's accumulating and accruing. It's about supply, having enough supply, tapping into infinite supply. So this new direction coming in, which is very supported by your soul, you're being guided by your higher self, I just heard it's a shorter timeline. Yeah, you're about to go in a shorter timeline that jumps to a new timeline that has a lot more abundance and fruit, a lot of growth. So you're wrapping something up. This 5 of Cups, there's something you're wrapping up. You're wrapping something up, and then you go through this portal, this initiation, where there's something that's revealed to you about your path, your purpose, your mission, that's guided by your joy. And I can hear someone saying, but I love doing that. Oh, I'm glad that this is what I'm going to do now. So this is very much about your soul's purpose, the changing, or the way you manifest your soul's purpose changing. There's a revealing, something you felt was hidden from you, or that you couldn't see, or was blocked. Some occult knowledge. And I feel it has to do with this law of return that I'm seeing. It comes back around. It's almost like when the birds migrate and then they come back around. This could be a new job, a decision, a relation. It comes back around, but it's in a physical form, a physical manifestation of this realignment to source through your soul. And that realigns you to this amazing level of abundance. But this is also about moving from inspiration to inspired action. You're going to be taking a lot more action. This is bringing in people, soulmates, twin souls, soulmated relationships, kindred souls, kindred spirits. This is bringing in people that, a lot of people very intuitive with this group, very intuitive, maybe even readers, psychics, channels, working with third eye focus, so very more psychic. This can bring in, some of you, this is integrating this somehow in your business, is what I'm hearing, in the work that you do. But something's changing about the way you do your soul's purpose, and that's going to change the direction on your soul path to bring you much more abundance, prosperity, financial growth, and building. I just heard building wealth. This can all, and again, you've got Iwaz, which is transformation but renewal, but Iwaz brings something back in the rune cards. We're looking at the rune. This springs back, something comes back better. It's coming back. Your life is transforming. You're in this phase of renewal. But something from the past comes back in a way that gives you great encouragement, that brings you, this transition is about this renewal taking place. Aha, you got 4 cards. Need, necessary. Okay, so again, what do you need to do? All my needs are met. Didn't I say that? That's the message for you. All my needs are met. Protection. Yes, see, you're protected. All your needs are met. Justice. Tiwaz. This is, okay, Tiwaz is also Mars energy. It's very much like the Ace of Wands. Something picks up. Again, the scales are balanced. A new direction, karmically or dharmically. Dharma, is your service, what you're here to, how you're here to help or create. So this transition is bringing in an understanding that you're protected. All your needs are met. You're coming under this very strong protection energy. You are very guided and protected at this time because you're in a very important and sacred initiation. This initiation is you're learning something new on a soul level. There's a soul learning lesson coming through. This soul learning lesson is bringing a new understanding and awareness of a particular gift that you have. Yeah. So you're going to find the joy in little things, and then the little things are going to get bigger and bigger. Things are really going to start picking up and taking off. And again, you're moving from the old to the new. You're moving because you're going to be making this amazing decision, this very profound decision. A lot of you are making it instinctually. You're making it intuitively. You're going to just see and feel yourself guided in this new direction. And all you need to do is follow up, follow through. You're following the passion, the purpose. And that's building something new. It's burning off, if you want to call it karma or the past, energetically. It's really this alchemical process where the old is being integrated, assimilated, and it's catabolizing, right? It's catabolizing. And you're using that wisdom. You're using this energy in okay, I'm going to create this. I feel inspired about this. I'm going to go in this direction. I'm going to create this over here. And so it's really a time about initiation, about moving forward, moving past any, not only difficulty, but any confusion clears up. And it's going to be that even if you can't see exactly where you're going or all the steps, or how something totally manifests, it doesn't matter because you're going to feel it. You're going to feel this is right. This is right for me right now. I'm being guided. You're going to feel that protection of spirit, of your guides. This passage, you're so guided and so protected. All right, let's get a message about how to align to this energetic frequency. Aligning to the soul shift and the timeline that's coming in, so you can move easily and effortlessly on this timeline in your new direction. Leo, okay. Ooh, 10th house, destiny. All right. Uranus, yes, see, it might be slow by slow, but you're going to the new. You're going for the freedom. You're going for the self-expression. Uranus in Leo in the 10th house, the creative career. You got the sun. A lot of you are content creators, or you're creative, or you're putting something out there in the world, whether publishing or book publishing, creating something, art, music, sound, tone, YouTube, TikTok, readings, sharings, whatever it is creatively, art, music, painting, sketching, or living your life much more creatively. But because that's your destiny. 10th house is destiny. This is a career change that it's going to be more joyful. This new job or career, this new direction, this new relationship, this new way of living and being and collaborating is much more uplifting. It's more passionate, inspired. It inspires you into action and to follow through. And when you look back, you're going to say, wow, that really did bother me back then, but wow, look what I have now. Look what I've created. Look at the relationship or relationships I have. Whatever in the past hurt or harmed you, or the disappointments is diminishing, you're going to look back and it's not going to be as big of a deal. Trust me. I can see that coming through. So you are on your path to destiny, and you are protected in this transition. Your soul insights mantra to support you on your path is, I am protected and guided by my higher self, following my soul's path to abundance and much more soul-expressed creativity. Radiant light, woo! Let me know how this unfolds and manifests. Okay, you're either there with it or it's coming in now. It's unfolding now. You have just a little short timeline, and then you go in this new direction. It's pretty quick with Uranus there. All right, Soulite, remember for part 2, a deep dive into what's coming up for you will be Aura Rose. If you go to her channel and community, Soul Guidance with Aura, and connect in with her, she's going to connect into what timeline you're anchoring into and where's the trajectory taking you on your soul path. Lots of love and light. Enjoy. Hello, Radiant Soul. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Soul Story number 4, this is your reading. All right. So wonderful to tune in for you. You have power, but powerhouse energy. A lot of empowerment coming from here. A lot of opening and, dare I say, awakening. A lot that you're awakening to, this deep inner power. For some of you, this is a Kundalini awakening. You are awakening through the chakra system, and I feel all through the upper chakras. The root also. You're awakening through the Earth Star chakra and also the root, Muladhara. So what are you creating? What are you rooting? There's a lot to do with you, not just about manifestation, but health and taking up more space in the world, in your life, your presence, allowing your presence to be more known. This is your power center, your empowerment. The power center is within you. So a lot of you are garnering some kind of power. We're going to look at that further. Could be creating some inner strength or wisdom. You're having the strength to follow through or move forward. Some of you, this strength or this power, you're helping others, empower others, or you're sharing your power or your empowerment to some degree with others. And this is definitely putting you in a new trajectory in your life, perhaps leadership position. There's a lot that's coming through. I'm getting this like energy of really a presence. There's this presence within you. You also, I think, got the most cards I choose the cards intuitively, so some have more or less what I call guide cards. Well, let's look at the guide. Oh, King of Wands. Okay. And you've got King of Swords. Let's look at that here. So here I'm getting Kundalini, but it's also Caduceus, the deep healing. Some of you could work in healing profession or health, or I just heard coming out of something or a procedure. There's something that you're really tapping into, this life force, vital energy, but specifically the root. I just heard you could even have a Mars transit or Mars affecting you. This is a timeless reading, but there's something about Mars or Pluto, regenerative energy. Something's regenerating, something's rebooting, something's kicking into high gear. It's kicking up a notch. Kicking up a notch. Something about Kipper too. I don't know what that is about. So what you're transmuting, there's something about manifesting. I just heard marketing, manifesting your visions, grounding it, anchoring it, making it real. You're going to be working a lot on the nuts and bolts of things. So there might have been something that you didn't know about or you had to learn. There could have been a healing. Maybe you didn't have all the information. I'm also getting, for some of you, you stopped before you went for, you stopped before you got the information, or you stopped midway. Now there's something about going all the way, doing it all the way, and you're really working. This King of Wands is a lot of creative energy out there in the world. And with the King of Swords, these two aspects of your being, this could manifest as two very important people in your life, working with two very important people. But his qualities of energy, they're really coming through with self-mastery and mastering your creative energy, manifesting what you're saying, a lot with communication, saying or putting out there in the world. This is also about a combination of the higher ideal coming from source. You've got the higher ideal here. You've got some kind of the light opening, the light bulb going out, connecting to your deeper wisdom or your own light. And then how do I share that? How do I put that out in the world? So there's a lot about 3D manifestation here, really heaven on earth, or bringing that 5D reality, living the 5D reality through what you're manifesting or what you're creating on the earth plane. So this is even knowing the right words. Some of you could be writing something, creating something. This is also very, very strongly about being your own being not only an entrepreneur, an inner guide. This is applying some spiritual principles, maybe spiritual-based business. Or before you speak, you're getting inspired, you're getting your inspiration. You're motivated now to speak your truth and live your truth. Okay, you've got the Six of Cups here. Yeah, look at this rising above. Something, again, Kundalini rising. This means something is being raised in your life. There's a rising up. And you've got the Tower. Kind of similar energies here. And even with this periwinkle with power. So a lot to do with your power or empowerment through speech or writing or directing something. This timeline is about self-mastery, something you've been learning. You've been on a long learning curve. And then you've got the Hangman. So turning upside down, getting a new viewpoint. But I think that's because of the self-mastery. You're looking at yourself and your life differently. There's some kind, oh, didn't I say something about emperor or business or entrepreneur? You literally do have the emperor. But is with all this tribal energy and sacred geometry. So whatever you're doing is pretty unique to you. I'm getting there's some kind of uniqueness to what you do. Or it might be revealed, or you have a new approach or a way of doing something. You've got the Page of Cups. You got a lot of cards here. Page of Cups. High Priestess. The Tower, the Mars energy. I said Mars, Martian. You're busting through. This next timeline, it brings through a lot of growth, sustained growth, but the birth of something new, birth of a new idea, a new way of living, a new way of, we'll see it in Three of Crystals, which is Three of Pentacles. So this has to do with work, projects. You've been working on something. This could very well be a new approach or way of living, more conscious lifestyle, a different lifestyle, a different way of living. This could be about projects. This is people coming together and being supportive. But whatever you're doing, it has to do with your spirituality and or psychic ability. It could be working with the occult or within the occult, or bringing spiritual or occult practices, principles into your life. This could also be working with alchemy. There's a lot to do with the alchemy of awakening. So what shifts in your awakening? So definitely focused on something that has to do with spirit, your spirituality, the spirit realm, and some kind of shared work, or working with others, or working more project-based, initiating some kind of project. Now, you did get initiation through this portal. Yes, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Self-mastery. This is self-mastery. You might, if you had a resonance with soul story number 2, there could be an alignment there. There could be some resonance. You could be vibing with that. This is a lot of work. You've done a lot of deep diving, deep working. Some of you could even work in research, some kind of research where you're doing deep dives, or you do deep dives discussion, deep dive videos, deep dive, I don't know, conversations, or you like to get to the depth. You like to dive deep. You are not a very surface person or individual. There's a lot with, dare I say it, deep diving, going deep in your process. This is, some of you, there could be some kind of shamanic inner work or shamanic attunement. You could be getting a energetic or vibrational attunement. You could be studying vibrational or energy healing. You're a bit of a mystic. The soul story is bringing in the mystic and healing. The sacred sexual center, the center of reproduction, the second chakra, is the ability to reproduce yourself, which means to manifest. Reproduce yourself in the world through your works, and through your works you are believed. So there's something that you're going to be believed. Some people will say, wow, I didn't know you did this, or wow, what a gift. So I heard coming out of the shadows. So I almost feel like you've been working deep within. There's been a lot of deep inner work and healing, a deep focus. Things have maybe to some degree slowed down. And look, as soon as I said this, 2 came out. And as soon as I was saying deep, deep inner work, inner healing, and I think I said something with Earth Star Chakra, you've got inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations. But look at this also, this depth. So this is about your roots. You're going to have new roots, a new foundation for the upcoming shift that you're going through. You're shifting. There's one more shift that brings deep change. And look at this, memories of Atlantis. Spiritual acceleration, progress, technology. That's what I was saying. You're bringing higher information and new technologies, or higher information to current technologies that we have on Earth. You could be using a lot to do with crystals, energy work, healing, working with your hands, healing hands, especially a lot to do with deep dives or going in depth. This could be human design, astrology, numerology. This, definitely all the clairs are here, but you're having this awakening to some kind of information encoded within you that is being decoded now. It's opening. Okay, it's opening. And so you're having these memories. You're going to have a lot of deja vu, and even remembering the future, remembering you in the future. Remember, it's all circular. We have the Ankh here of life. So there could be some memories also not only of Atlantis, but also Egypt, Babylonia, Mesopotamia, ancient Crete, Greece, Turkey, even for some of you, Asian, Persia, Far East, also India. But this is You've been called to a new life. This is all about the call to a new life. And it's a spiritual call. The awakening, and with that tower energy, this awakening is awakening ancient memory. This is about cellular memory and interdimensional or other dimensional memory, past life memory. So you're probably having a lot of bleed through, what we call, you may even be seeing the shadow people. You may be connecting in, everything is separated out by vibration. So you could be picking up other beings that are right next to us, but we don't necessarily always see them or feel them because of the vibrational change. That it's a different vibrationally. So this is clearing up ancient memory, to some degree, old contracts, clearing up or renewing contracts, going back someplace where you lived or were before, going back to work with others. This is a lot about renewing your purpose and either renewing soul contracts or new contracts coming in. Now, for some of you on a 3D level, this is literally contracts working differently. This is connecting more to your work purpose. Could be changes in career. You're moving more into a leadership position in your life, which is you're following your own authenticity, your own genuine feeling and understanding. You're individuating. You're becoming more your individual self. You're connecting more to your soul. So this can be those that are working, in a 3D by manifesting or creating something. But the key is the self-mastery. You've done a lot of work, a lot of occult, esoteric work. And some of you may have gotten kind of upset, like, oh, I've done enough of this, or I know this. I'm also getting a message of wanting to share. There's something that you're moving into a place of, you saw that little flyer, more openness. And I feel like I just heard you're going to be able to call the shots. So whatever that means, you're calling the shots. It's because of this self-mastery, you are more able to go with the flow, but I do feel to some degree you're moving into some level of conscious creation. Let's see what you have here. Ooh, yes, new beginning. That's what these portals are. You're creating your own new beginning on a different vibrational frequency. So this timeline shift for you is aligning you to a different frequency, a different energetic frequency, a different resonance, a different flow. It's going to be, if you some of you are already going through this, it's going to feel quite different. It's going to feel differently. You're going to feel differently. It's a different energy, but yet it's ancient. It might feel unfamiliar in the beginning, and then you start feeling it more as familiar, like deep within your soul, deep within your bones. I heard the bones, the ancient bones rattling, working with the bones. So this is, ancient memory and ancient understanding that's being brought forth. Some of you could be working with transition or death and dying or rebirth also. So these changes that are happening with you are happening on a very, very deep level. These changes are happening deep within. These are not surface changes. These are changes where it's changing the, maybe a lifestyle, how you live, where you live. Some of you, this could even, what you thought you could do or what you thought was possible to some degree is changing. Now, when we get to the tarot, I'm going to be very interested to see what comes through for you. We've got 2 cards there. Yeah, it's almost like you're stripped of something and coming home to your soul. Ah, look at this. Discover the source of your true power. You are, dear one, and you have power. Yeah, you're going to be playing with power in a much different way, like shape-shifting. You're shifting out of one realm, one reality, one way of being into another. And I'm hearing some may say, oh my God, they're unrecognizable. But it draws in the money. So whatever you're doing work-wise, the money is there, the abundance. you're going to connect to the power, the empowerment that creates the abundance. Instead of focusing on the money will be there. You're focusing on your true power or empowerment, or you're going to in this new shift. That's what see, release attachment to what was and prepare for what is to come. That's the transition. And what helps you in this transition is focusing on your power. The power to be you, the power to choose, the power to know what to do in the small things, the day-to-day things, your abilities, your soul gifts, your talents, your ability. That is all your power. It's beyond money. Now, you can use it to draw in money or create money. It's funny because my little pyrite moved when I took the cards. So pyrite. Fool's gold, you're letting go of what isn't real, what's surface. Now, for most of you, I feel like you've never really been surface. Maybe you had to fit in, or you tried to do things in a more surface way. But that's changing. You're recognizing your depth is part of your power. And you're something about speaking or your speech or the way that you describe something is very powerful. You've got a lot of blue here, but the same blue, that kind of blue-green, indigo blue, the periwinkle blue here, a lot of blue here, blue on the other side. The portal, blue here, but a lot of the similar blue and with power. So I'm also hearing there's power in your speech. There's power in words. So perhaps you have a way with words. And you're healing that. That part of it is healing your own connection to your own inner knowing and to some degree communication. So this could be the communicator that is amazing at communication or relaying information or teaching something that maybe when you were growing up, you weren't great at communicating or you didn't do well communicating. Okay, I'm getting a couple of cards here. Yeah. Not being like everyone else is empowering for you. So there's a new focus coming in. It has to do with some kind of project or you as your own project or your life as a project. There's a new, perhaps even direction coming in that you're creating. You're forging ahead. This initiation, it's like you pass the threshold. We call it metaphysically dweller on the threshold. You don't want to stay too long on the threshold. You want to go through. You don't want to dilly-dally and wonder. So something's going to cause you, it's almost like your soul's pushing you, the spirit realm, the spiritual energy, your spirit is pushing you forward, pushing you through the portal. You've got these portals here. And this rising above. So you're not going to have a long time to think things through. Now, some of you are saying, oh, I've been thinking, I've been trying, or I've been held back. This new beginning that's coming in, and because you have the Tower, it happens rather quickly and unexpectedly. 9 of Wands. The ability to persevere. Look at that. 3 Wands. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, 9 of Wands. To persevere on your follow through, you're going to be able to follow through, you're going to be able to persevere. 9 of Swords, 5 of Swords. Wow. Okay, so we're going to address that. Because this is self-mastery, so what you're learning and what you're healing is the human ego and wounding. Doubt and fear. You're moving beyond doubt and fear. Yeah. So this process for you is about moving beyond doubt and fear to move forward. So despite how you feel, despite the changes that you feel, despite the uncertainty or being, guided in a certain way, what you're healing is, I feel it could be other people's ideas of what you should or shouldn't do, or maybe you were taught to kind of doubt or fear, or don't get too hopeful, this could be working through somebody else around you, their own doubt within themselves or within what you want to do. But the big healing for you is working past the anxiety of making decisions and doubting yourself or your circumstances. Now, this could be doubt and fear around you also, but this is the self-mastery, the inner strength is coming because you are mastering doubt and fear. The lower harmonic of creative expression, doubt and fear. There could be gossip around you, or people could be talking about you, and even in a great way, a good way, like, oh, I can't believe they're doing that, or they're so amazing, or they look great now, or they're doing this, or can you believe they left that job, or they got married, or they did this, or they did that, or whatever it is, or they went to school, or they're graduating, or they're back to whatever it is. It's like despite the trials or tribulation, the challenges, you are persevering. You have this inner strength now by this self-mastery. You've moved past a lot of the doubt and fear. You're learning, okay, this is how doubt and fear manifest for me. I'm going to put those two right here. But I have this inner practice or this way of connecting in and having faith or believing in myself. And that's what moves me forward. So it'll be interesting to see what anchors in this new timeline. For some of you, it could be a big move, a large move, city, state, nationally, internationally, moving country, moving house. It could be a job change. This is divorce, separation, or getting married. This is a big change in your life that maybe at this reading is long in the making, but takes a while for it to come through. And when it comes through fast. So it's kind of like hurry up and wait, but then the actual change, because you're coming into more alignment with your spiritual essence. This is all about alignment. Look at this. This is all about alignment, to open this portal, to go through. So your spirit, your spiritual essence in alignment, healing enough that you can feel comfortable to move forward or make the decision to move forward. So this is going to be a much different, a very different new beginning for you. It's somehow you either are returning to a way that you used to live or a focus, or it's a very new way, but you're feeling it, kind of in your bones that this is right for me. Yeah, look at that. Transformation, renewal, Iwas in the rune cards. But this also portends something coming back around, something bouncing back. Maybe something was dormant and now it's coming back. This is the yew tree. This is where you bounce back. You have butterflies, the growth that's been happening internally. This is a huge transformation of your life, or an aspect or a portion of your life, because you've transformed, and there's this renewal of spirit, this renewal of a gift, an idea, a project, a plan, a hope, a dream. It's renewed. You are you are moving into that space of renewal. So this pair right here you're working on is you're creating a new way of moving forward. This is almost like feel the fear and do it anyway. Or help and handle the fear. Get the support. Get assisted. Get the assistance. Mental, emotional assistance. Spiritual guide assistance, from a spiritual mentor or teacher. Okay, so what you want to know, this is you've been let down in your past, so all your needs will be met. You're seeing what you really need, and then you're protected on your path. So you might not have been so protected in your path, whether mistreatment or betrayal or disappointment or the anxiety that is somebody going to be there. Or is the job going to be, I lost my job last time, or last time I didn't get the raise, or I didn't whatever, or I tried this business idea and it didn't work. Try it again, it'll work. So again, something is coming back around for you to some degree from your past or ancient memory. Something that you were meant to do, or you feel you were meant to do. This time you're supported because the timing is right. You couldn't do it before. I don't know if it's because of the technology or I heard the self-mastery. So you're coming out of some kind of learning lesson. So you're moving out of a timeline of learning lessons. This is really freeing you up because you're coming in now from a level of self-mastery. Remember this, the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, the overthinking. You're now learning how to master that. The self-mastery is coming in that's giving you this inner strength to understand where you've come from and where you're going. You have this wisdom coming in. That's your power also. Your power isn't just one thing for you. It's a package. It's your toolkit. It's a whole package. And you're seeing that. Oh, I can use this for that, this. So some of you, there's concern about the money, and I'm hearing the money will be there. So in this transition, you're going to need the money, or you're going to have the money. So whatever it is to buy something that you need, right? So I feel some of you, your negative expectation or doubt was to cover this anxiety about making a decision or decisions or following through for yourself. Some of you, this could show up or manifest through depression or being around someone that, it has, we all get depressed going within. That's one thing. But sometimes it lasts a long time because we've had a loss. We've taken a loss and we walk away. But you're learning now to walk away, but not walk away from your dream, the plan, the goal. You can refigure the plan out. You can walk away and you can come back. You can speak your mind. You can have that argument or whatever's going on, or that discussion or that debate, and you don't have to brace yourself anymore. You don't have to steal yourself away, but you can take a break, a mental, emotional break, and then you can come back. So some of you, it could be an idea of competition that, am I good enough? I want to get better or I want to get better at something. But I really feel like you're getting a balance of your gifts, your talents, what you need to learn more of. What are you more gifted in? Where do you need help or support? Where do you need to learn something new and integrate it? You're learning what your limitations are. You're learning to work within limitations and limited circumstances. You're learning to work with what you have. You're learning to work with the situation at hand or the circumstance. And that's funding this amazing inner strength. Okay? So it's not about masking this, but it really is about understanding this part of the human process, the human, living the way we, and not fearing this new beginning or handling the fear or whatever. Say, sometimes the fear, it can seem like anxiety, but it can also be some excitement. There could be some anticipation, but, whatever it is, you now have the self-mastery to move forward, to not stop yourself or to hold back. And again, I feel like this self-mastery is going to bring a lot of ideas to you. You're going to really be more open to the ideas in your life, or what you receive. Maybe, different insight or, ideas, ahas, opportunities. This is following through also on some kind of opportunity, maybe a work opportunity, or working with a particular group that you didn't know that you would be able to work with. But again, you're mastering any anxiety, held back energy, doubt, fear of what's coming, or fear of making the wrong choice, or not understanding what your next step is, and you're getting clarity on that. It's okay to wait. You don't have to stay in the game all the time. It's okay to pull out or pull back. So that's changing the trajectory. That's changing the timeline frequency that you're on, and it's propelling you into some kind of breakthrough. Break through the problem, break through the challenge, break through to the next level. So for you, I really feel that it's some kind of time, like a leap or a jump. There's an exponential leap that you're preparing for due to this self-mastery. All right, let's get a message to the astroguides aligning to this frequency for you and with you. Yeah, see, it's about a new foundation. Some of you, new house or home. You've got Sun in Aries. There it is, the breakthrough. Your life force center, breaking free, keeping with it. Having the inspiration, moving from inspiration to inspired action, having the motivation. Aries, do it. Bust through, and in the 4th house. So you're literally shifting some behavior, some relating pattern or conditioning, condition response pattern, a belief or system of belief, maybe about waiting for the right time, waiting. You've been waiting. You've done the inner work. Now it's about movement. It's about making it happen. It's about taking charge. It's about you, again, even with this Chariot here, it is about, see, this is like something you're processing here with this Page of Wands, like a new insight comes in, a new approach. This is blossoming new beginnings. The Page of Wands is a lot about birth or pregnancy and birth, something new, a new beginning, but it's in its infancy, or you could be speaking that or sharing that. But this new beginning has to do with your inner strength. And that's, if you want to call it combating, if you want to call it releasing, if you want to call it realigning, if you want to call it recalibrating, transmuting, any fear or doubt that that's becoming less and less. Yeah, your power is for you, a lot of is your inner strength, and now that's becoming your foundation from which to move forward. 4th house, it's your foundation. This is a new foundation for you, a new belief. You're fashioning a new belief to move forward on, and it's going to be kind of fun. There's a lot of fun coming up for you. There's a lot of in this new beginning. You know, there's some challenges or things to get through. I'm going to put this here like this, because this is what you're releasing this energy. You're using this energy instead of letting it marinate or being in it. You're processing, or you're moving through it. Look at that right there. You're moving through it with the Chariot. This is success. So depending on what you're asking about, it could be success in your life, feeling more successful, feeling successful in connecting with your soul, feeling successful in being empowered by your own self-mastery, successful in having your ideas and your dream manifest, you know, having the money that you need. So you're revisioning something in your life. You're looking at it differently. You're revisioning it. And that revisioning is creating this amazing process of self-mastery so that you can move forward with greater ease, awareness, insight, inspiration, and abundance. Yeah, very powerful for you. All right, Soul Light, let me see. Your Soul Insights mantra is, ooh, there's a fierceness with that Sun in Aries. I'm moving forward with greater focus, dedication, and ease. This is about a good road trip. This is a good ride. This is going to be a better ride for you. Radiant Soul Light. Aura Rose has the second part of this reading. So you want to go to her channel and community. Maybe you're already from there, and from her community and channel you've come here. If not, go to Soul Guidance with Aura. And the link is in the description box as well as in the title of this video. All right, I'd love to hear how this unfolds for you. I wish you so much dynamic soul expression and experience, and just go for it. Look at all that. You're in alignment. You are in alignment. Well done on this self-mastery, this inner strength and inner knowing. That's not always easy to do. So well done. Well done for you. All right, Radiant Light. Lots of love. Lots of light.